Well, the places we live can have a huge impact on how comfortable or challenging each day can be.
Our To America segment is all about acknowledging the America we know and the America we may not know. News 5's Kevin Berry takes us to where Cleveland and Shaker Heights meet. It's where people in communities that are very close together can experience everyday life in very different ways.
What is it about a place that makes people on one block live 15 years longer than people on another?
We didn't have access to a lot of things that maybe other children, maybe right up the street, did have access to.
The people Tasia Elder grew up with near Woodland Avenue breathe the same air, drive the same roads, and shop at some of the same stores as their neighbors a few blocks away. And yet census data shows some of the biggest disparities in life expectancy are on Cleveland's east side. On average, residents here live into their late 80s. But here, the same data expects people to only reach their early 70s. The only thing separating them is a decade at the end of their life, and RTA's Blue Line. And yet,
it was definitely a community.
Tasia didn't have many complaints. It wasn't until college that she saw her home differently.
Where I realized in our community, no one was really investing in us. We were actually investing in each other.
Investing with the food they'd share when someone had a little extra, the time they spent keeping kids safe, and when they could, investing in a more traditional way. So Tasia had something to take back to school.
Even when I came back on breaks, summer break and a winter break, everyone in the community would give me money and congratulate me and say, keep going.
It's heartwarming to hear what is in her community because of the resources that have not been there.
Obviously, you become angry.
Tim Tramble also had to leave the east side to see what it didn't have and what it needed.
The first time you realize, wow, this is my neighborhood, and these are the circumstances within my neighborhood, and these are the disparities, and these are the conditions. Don't have to be, right?
And there are a lot of conditions that impact how long people can live. At birth, black babies have a much higher chance of dying compared to white babies in Cuyahoga County. In adulthood, COVID exposed systemic health inequities in the black and brown communities, making it more likely people of color would be hospitalized and die during the pandemic. Generations of redlining and disinvestment made it hard for residents to build wealth or pass what they did have on to their families, bringing them that much closer to the brink.
You might not understand, and hopefully you do understand now, why that child didn't make it to school on that day, because the parent had to deal with the reality that they had to choose between whether they were going to get car insurance or they were going to eat.
One thing after another, challenging people like Tony Johnson.
In this community, what happens? You look outside and you see somebody, shot. Maybe they don't recover. Little children watch their parents being arrested and go to prison. I mean, we've got all these kinds of situations that occur within the neighborhood, and the grief is compounded. Who talks about it?
But the solutions for those challenges are popping up from within the community.
We didn't get to this situation in 24 hours.
Antoine Tolbert's 30 years around Buckeye drives him to boost unity and safety around the neighborhood with patrols on the streets, but also by checking in on neighbors with his group, New Era Cleveland.
Pouring that love into you, offering you whatever it is that you need, we have it right here for you. And for a lot of people, it's really that interaction that they want.
Tony Johnson promotes healthy eating and active living, trying to fight back against obesity, which hits the black community harder than any other race.
Somebody's got to be there to guide that. Somebody's got to be there as a mentor, as a caring, loving adult. I've got to care about my children in this community.
Tim Tramble has spent 20 years on the east side, first working with a local nonprofit development corporation to build up its blocks, and now leading the St. Luke's Foundation, supporting a long list of initiatives like Tony Johnson's, helping people get and stay healthy.
Health starts before you're even born. Health starts in your home. Health starts in your schools. Health starts at your job.
And Tasia Elder once was going to get her degree and move away.
I can make a difference here. Why would I go somewhere else?
After seeing her community in a new light, she came back and works at East End Neighborhood House, sometimes connecting the same people who cheered her on years ago with the training programs and other resources they need to thrive now.
I know they're probably thinking, hey, my little $5 that I gave her went a long way. They're probably thinking, hey, we invested in this girl and we loved on her and we fed her a few times and now she's giving us all of these resources.
Investing in the people who invested in her.
That's all they had and they were giving it to me. That's love.
In Cleveland, I'm Kevin Barry, News 5.
Such an important story. If you or someone you know could use support, we have a link to all of the organizations that you just heard Kevin speak about and more in this story on our News 5 app and website.